What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, powered as always by SportsLine. I am the coach, and I tell you what, it's a busy week. Now, some housekeeping issues I've got to take care of before we get to the stars of the show. Our second losing day in a row. It feels like 2 weeks because we've been that good, and we're completely transparent. You guys know that. We embrace the winning. We embrace the losing because it's going to happen to everybody. So this is Bounce Back Wednesday, which we love. All the content that's in your feed right now, you got to follow us at YouTube. NFL Draft Preview with RJ White there. Champions League with Tom Fornelli. We hit yesterday the under. That is there. Another play today. Valspar episode. That's in your feed with Rick G. And then later today, that's right, we're doing a Kentucky Derby preview that will be in your feed later today with the genius Gene Menez. And real quick, for all my Early Edge listeners, I want to talk to you quickly about the CBS Sports mobile app. All the content I just told you, well, you can follow it all right there. Live scores, breaking news, but it's the NFL Draft Week, and that's a huge week. Download it at your mobile app store. So if anything happens, trades, big picks, whatever, it's going to come in your feed right when it happens at the CBS Sports mobile app. All right, let's bring in my cappers right now, and they are fired up. They're laser focused. Oh, M Squared, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Brought the Nashville SC back. We're going to keep rolling forward. And I will mention, like you said, the CBS Sports app, it is fire for the NFL Draft. It's actually one of my favorite things to use during the NFL Draft is the CBS Sports app. They crush it with that. And
Maestro, I know you and all your genius minds that run SportsLine, you guys have been working overtime. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. In terms of me personally, I'm just going to keep grinding, win or lose. It's the same every day. Just keep grinding. And about the draft, I'm glad you mentioned RJ White because before he took over, everyone knows his NFL acumen. But before he took over as managing editor of SportsLine and fantasy and gambling, and I'm not sure what else his title includes, he was focused on the draft for years. His mock drafts read by literally millions of people. So check out that show with RJ White about tomorrow's draft.
Yeah, we gave 5 best bets, and then also all the content that lives at SportsLine that they've done, the mock drafts, all the information. There's nothing you can't find at SportsLine on the NFL Draft, and we have you covered here at the Early Edge. All right, let's jump right in. Storylines that could affect the betting lines, and I'm going to give a little precursor here. That M Squared, we do have an NBA play on the show today. What do you got?
All right, it's a busy one. Orlando Magic, Terrence Ross doubtful. Otto Porter already been ruled out. Michael Carter-Williams out. James Ennis questionable. They're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Dellavedova, Sexton, and Hartenstein are all out for Cleveland in this matchup. For the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young still out. Kevin Huerter doubtful. That's a new one for them. Tony Snell remains out. Brandon Goodwin, backup point guard. He's been filling in for Trae Young a bit. He is also questionable in this game, so we could see a lot of Lou Williams in this one. For the Chicago Bulls, Zach LaVine remains out. He's getting closer to returning, but it's going to be at least another game or two. For the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball is also close to returning, but he is out tonight. They're taking on the Boston Celtics. Kemba Walker already been ruled out. Jason Tatum and Robert Williams both listed as questionable. I think that, this is the second night of a back-to-back. Tatum did not play last night, So that's something to monitor there. For the Los Angeles Lakers, Dennis Schroeder, Anthony Davis, both listed on the injury report, both listed as probable. However, they are 1-point underdogs to the Washington Wizards, so keep an eye on that as I expect one of those two could potentially end up sitting in this game based on where the market is currently. For the Miami Heat, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, both questionable. And for the Los Angeles Clippers, Serge Ibaka out, Kawhi Leonard doubtful. Patrick Beverley still out. Paul George questionable. This is one to watch. It's a preview of a potential playoff matchup with the Phoenix Suns. I kind of think the Clippers might punt this away and not give the Suns another look at them, but something to watch this afternoon either way.
That is so crazy. It's going to be interesting to see how the market corrects itself when all these players come back for the playoffs, because right now it's like all the studs are sitting out to do what you just said, and that is not show another team all your cards. Come on, MDA, be better than this. All right, let's jump right in, and I'm going to start with our SportsLine plays of the day. And today we have 3 of them, so pay attention. We're going to start with the Champions League game, which is on Paramount Plus. I believe it's a 3 Eastern start today. Over Man City 2.5 goals. Now on our Champions League show with our Kicking It With Tom show with Tom Fornelli, he has the Man City straight up in this game plus 118. We like the over. Both teams have really good attacks. Man City is crazy on offense. So we believe this is going to be a really easy cash for us later this afternoon. Now, in the NBA, we haven't played an NBA game in a while. We played some props, but not a side because of all the stuff that Mikey gives us every single day. But today we are. We're going to go over 223.5 in the Lakers and the Wizards. That's a 7:30 Eastern tip. Bradley Beal has been battling Stephen Curry for the league lead in scoring. They score a lot. The Lakers have been better offensively. Anthony Davis is back. So we love this over today in the mid-220s. And then we're going to throw a third play in from the NHL, -140 on the Minnesota Wild. Matt Severance, he's been on fire when it comes to the NHL. His last basically 200 picks, 125 and 77. That's plus 21.19 for you $100 bettors out there. Those are your three plays for SportsLine. But now you know the time of the day. M squared, you know the drill. Give it to me.
All right, Coach. I've only got one play so far today, but make sure you follow along on Twitter, especially as I do expect to have one additional play this afternoon. But we're going to take the Kansas City Royals on the run line, -1.5, plus 140. They're on the road against the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's a couple reasons why I like this spot for them. Number one, for Mike Minor, left-handed pitcher here. The Pirates are the second worst team just behind the Tigers, or just in front of the Tigers in Major League Baseball against left-handed pitching with a 261 weighted on base average. That is well below league average, especially against left-handed pitching. It is a park shift, though, and a league shift. So it's a much better pitching environment for Minor. He gets the no designated hitter, faces the pitcher in the National League Park. Two really big benefits for him. And then we're going to factor in the actual weather here. You guys love the air density. It's actually a strong hitting environment for PNC Park at this time of year. However, it's going to help the Royals bats significantly more than it's going to help the Pirates, as the Royals have way more power in their lineup. And Keller, he's used to playing in the National League, so that's kind of where his baseline is. But this is a great spot for the Royals, one of the best bullpens in baseball. Take them on the run line at plus 140.
And they are coming off a night where their bats were pretty silent. That doesn't happen to them very much 2 games in a row. They lost last night 2-1. I like this play on the run line. Make sure you get it on the run line. Don't tweet us and say, I didn't get the plus money. What are you talking about, Coach? You know the drill. Horse to water. All right, Maestro. I am fired up for you. There's nobody on planet Earth that has more confidence in my guy than I do. The floor is yours.
All right, thanks, Coach. Well, Mike talked about the Cavaliers not having Sexton, not having Dellavedova, and Darius Garland set up for a huge workload tonight against Orlando in like a dream matchup at home. And, I made a mistake playing on him the other day. It was a back-to-back situation. He had played 40 minutes the night before. I thought, being a young guy, he was going to be fine. It didn't work out. He shot 5 of 13. This is a great spot for him, though. It's not a back-to-back. Orlando gives up a ton of everything to point guards, including 3-point shots. So that's why I'm going Darius Garland over 33.5 points, assists, rebounds at only -105, less than the normal juice. And then plus 130, Garland to make over 2.5 3-pointers. I really like this play. Orlando gives up the most 3-point shots to point guards in the league. So those are the 2 props. And then in baseball, I'm gonna play the Astros. They've turned it around. Averaging over 6 runs a game in their last 6 games, which they've won 5 out of 6. They've dominated the Mariners historically. The first 2 games of the series, 5-2 and 2-0. They put Greinke on the mound, and you look at the Mariners' history against him. It's not pretty. No homers, 87 at bats, under a 200 batting average. So I'm going to play the Astros on the run line, and it's -110.
Yeah, I was on the Astros last night. I liked that 2-0. It was quick too. It was like 2-hour game. I'm all down for that. All right. It's that time. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Thank you, Greg. Here is our recap today. M squared is on the Royals, -1.5 on the run line. That's coming back at plus 140. We are making that Chiefs dog of the day. And then the Maestro, he's on the Astros, also on the run line, -1.5. And then he's going to prop it like it's hot, baby. Darius Garland, Cleveland, over 33.5 combined. Points, assists, and rebounds, that's coming in at -105. Then also Darius Garland, over 2.5 3-pointers. That's plus money at plus 130. And then on SportsLine, we're going to go with over 2.5 goals in the Man City PSG game this afternoon. Don't forget, Tom is also on Man City straight at plus 118. Then the Wild, -140. And then over 223.5 on the Lakers and the Wizards. As always, follow all 3 of us on social media. You never know when we're going to drop a play into your feed throughout the day. Remember, NFL Draft, Champions League, golf, draft preview, what else? Kentucky Derby. We've got it all. Turn on those notifications. And now you've got your marching orders. Let's take every single ticket today straight to the pay window. For the Maestro, for M Squared, for Chief, for Greg. Do not call me Gary, our producer. I am the coach. Couple of bad days. Just a blip. Just a blip. Remember, this is the only place for your daily early edge. Good luck.